All right. Coach Renee here, doing some women coaching. Today, we're going to talk about the three areas you must be organized in order to win at life. So, this week we had National Get Organized Day. If anybody celebrated that, then hopefully you found some ways to get organized. I notified myself of a few areas that I needed to get organized in. And I discovered there are three areas that is so important for us to be organized if we want to win. So let's get down to it and talk about those three areas. The first one is our physical space. Now, how many of you have dealt with a messy desk? And I wish I could show you my desk right now. Actually, I don't wish, but at least you would know that you're not alone if you have a messy desk. So if you have a messy desk, let me know, because that is the sign of chaos in the mind, unfortunately. Our physical space. When our physical space is filled with things like hoarding, boxes everywhere, things that we need to get rid of, and yet we don't. Maybe our space is filled with little areas that are hidden inside cabinets. I've got cabinets here, and yet we just allow it to be there, disorganized. In the back of our minds, sometimes those spaces are actually a problem for us. So our physical space. So I want you to think of one physical space that is causing a little bit of an issue for you. I decided this last week, since it was National Get Organized Day, to go ahead and organize. This sounds probably silly, but those of you who like essential oils, I was organizing my essential oils. So I purchased on Amazon like this nice big container, and that I was able to put in like all of my things. Now I keep a couple here next to me at my desk. This one's like for headaches and this one's for motivation. I don't know. But if you're an essential oils person, maybe that's one space, physical space, that you need to get organized. But let me know, what are some spaces, some physical spaces that you personally need to get organized? The next space that you need to get organized if you want to win is your online space. Now, that may be kind of confusing. You're like, what is my online space? No, I don't live in the metaverse yet. And I say yet, but what is your online space? Online space can be your social media. Sometimes we have to organize our social media, because if we are going here on Instagram or on YouTube or on Facebook, and there are a lot of things in our space that are causing clutter, then we need to get rid of them. If we're a part of a million groups on Facebook, or if we have just so many subscriptions on YouTube that we're having ding, ding, ding all the time, and yet we're not really wanting to watch them. Or if we're on Instagram and we're following people that are, or on TikTok, and we're following people that are cluttering up our time, and we recognize, or maybe it's cluttering other aspects of our life, then we need to unfollow. We need to, nothing personal against anybody else, but we need to organize our digital spaces, our online spaces. I will tell you, this last week, what I decided to do to help on National Get Organized Day with my online space was I started talking to a neat woman who actually, her business is organizing digital assets. Now, guys, my Google Drive is like, whoa. I've tried to organize, but I'm somebody who does have ADHD, does struggle with organizational processing, executive, disorder kind of thing there. And as much as I love organization and I crave it and I want it, and oftentimes I can help other people with it, unfortunately, in my own mind, it's a real struggle. So my Google Drive is kind of like hodgepodge. This woman, she's taking it all and she's like restructuring it. So I'm excited about that. So I took a step in the right direction. And if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Reach out and I'll get you her information. All right, the third space you must have organized in order to win at life is your mental space. Now, here's something interesting. When you are helping your physical space, you're actually helping your mental space too. When you are organizing your online space, you're organizing your mental space too. But even aside from the spaces that encompass around us, our mental space, we need to have more control over. This is the organization of our thoughts, the organization of how we see life, our perspectives. If we are not organizing our mind and our ideas and our thoughts, and we're just letting them run amok, then unfortunately, we're not going to be able to progress into life and purpose the way that we are created to do and designed to do. So, how did I do that differently this last week? I contacted a friend of mine. Her name is Nancy Z, and I can get that info to you out if you were interested. But she has started a new service where she actually helps people to brainstorm and get their ideas out. And I know that I'm someone who has a lot of ideas, and sometimes it's overwhelming because it's like these ideas are just boom, 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 and there's too many of them. Well, it was really neat because I was able to work with her for an hour, I believe it was, and we just kind of like pulled some things together, organized it, and voila, I was off. And I had a great idea. I have a plan actually right next to me based off of one idea. So instead of having a million of them. So that is what I did this last week. So have you done anything to help organize your mental space lately? Share, because we can all learn from each other. But these three spaces are so incredibly important to get organized. And if you're a person of faith like I am, I have to look because I can't memorize, but 1 Corinthians 14:33 tells us that God is a God of who is not a God of disorder, but he's a God of peace. He wants our minds to be at peace. He wants our space to be peaceful. He wants that means our online spaces as well, to be peaceful. He's not a God of disorder. And we're made and created in his image. Therefore, we're actually not created to be beings of disorder. So we need to take action. We need to utilize the resources that we have, which we're given an amazing brain, and we're given time, and we're given, many of us, energy of some sort at least. And we're also given opportunities such as accountability. You guys, that's one of the things I've had to use big time to help organize my space, all my spaces. I've also helped people to be able to do this through coaching, because sometimes we need to have someone hold our hand through a process, just like I mentioned the people that I've utilized this last week. Also, community. We need to be around other people who are like-minded and who want to live in order, who want to live with peace, who want to be able to make progress in their life, who want to win at life. So if that's something that you are craving and you want organization and you want to better organize your physical space, your digital space, your online space, and your mental space, then check out the Winner Circle. Go to www.bealifewinner.com, and we'd be happy to share more with you. We have a whole huge membership vault full of different ways to help you with this as well. So go out and be who you were created to be and do what you're designed to do so that you can win at life and make your impact in the world. Okay, so